So even like with, I mean, I use squirting because that's the popularized term that's used nowadays. But even back in how they refer to squirting, they refer to it as either like water or the sacred water. So it doesn't have this. Because I do know that a number of people aren't comfortable with the word squirting because they link it to porn and they think about it being performative. I just use squirting just because, again, it's popularized. Whereas if I were to say female ejaculation or the female fountain or the woman's fountain, that's some people might, I lose some people. But I love what you said about, and I think it's important, like women being able to surrender themselves. And I think it's important that even with the male partners, that I'm trying to how to explain it. It's like when I teach men, it's like you have to, especially when a woman, either by way when she's experiencing an orgasm or squirting or an ejaculation, you're present, but you have to take yourself out of that.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that you have to be present but not be present, because sometimes when as a man, and probably men can understand this or relate to this, if you are visibly present and she can feel that you're present and she might feel that you're judging her, she won't open up and enjoy the experience. So you need to kind of at least kind of either take yourself out of that or like mentally, so she doesn't feel that you're judging her. So you're present, but you're not present, or she doesn't feel your presence, if that makes sense. You're present, but not presence in her mind. And I think that's something that kind of helps a woman like really enjoy that experience. And I think that's something that as men, sometimes we kind of want to put ourselves there to the point where, like I had one, you could say male client I was speaking to, and he said when his partner was squirting, he just wanted to say, I'm doing it. I said, no, that's when you're supposed to let it go. Not what you're, like, he was like, yeah, I've done it. And it's just like, what are you doing? I think men have to realize there's a time and a place. You know, so that's why I said, yeah, you're present, but don't be present. Like, don't have your presence in her mind, or like let her enjoy it. Because it's not your experience, it's her experience that you're enjoying with her, but not it's your experience. And I think as men, sometimes we maybe kind of put ourselves in that we want to kind of, and I think for men, the reason why a lot of men are fascinated by squirting or women ejaculating is because for many men it's a form of sexual applause. Mm-hmm. Because we hear about women faking orgasm and things, and a lot of men are traumatized by that, you know. So we hear about these stories that women, faking orgasm. I've never orgasmed, barely orgasmed before this. And for a number of men, it's like, okay, this is maybe the thing that I know she is pleasured or she is happy, she is satiated, and that's something that. And unfortunately now there's a lot of pressure on women to kind of experience an orgasm or experience squirting, when I don't think that, again, should be the goal. If she does, fantastic. If she can't or she doesn't, that's fantastic as long as she's pleasured. And that's why, as much as, again, with Kunyaza, I like to speak about squirting and making sure women give themselves permission, not men giving them the permission, giving themselves the permission to enjoy pleasure. It's important that women don't feel pressurized that, now I need to kind of, hit this new goal, this new sexual goal. And it's like, no, the goal is not squirting, the goal is not orgasm, the goal is your pleasure. But if you do manage to squirt, that's good. If you do manage to orgasm, that's good. If you do manage to have multiple orgasms, an energy orgasm, what have you, that's good. But I think that's something that it's quite difficult, because I'm trying to promote squirting, but at the same time I don't want to put too much pressure, especially on women, to feel that you have to squirt, or the men saying, I've just read this book about squirting, let's go and do this in the bedroom, I'm going to do the tapping technique. I give you I get so many messages, like it's unbelievable. I get so many messages like, oh, Habeeb, I've done the squirting, I've done the tapping technique, I've done it for 3 minutes, but she hasn't squirted. What am I going to do next? And people are messaging me this with the first interaction with their partner. Oof. And I'm just like, wait, hold up, it's just, and that's something which I'm cognizant of, but at the same time, whilst again I want to promote the Kunyaza practice, I want to promote African sexuality, but I don't, at the same time, I don't want to put too much pressure on women who are still trying to get used to their body or explore with their partner and give themselves permission to enjoy sexual pleasure. So it's a twin-fold exercise.
I love the nuance you bring to this. It's so important. It's so important. Just also what you said earlier, like the difference between he gives her an orgasm. No, he is supportive in her orgasmic experience, which is something else than again the transactional. Yeah, I really feel this. So, mindful a little bit of time because there's